Hi, this is Mary from Mary Pink Bujo. So let's continue with this journal, which is upside down. Okay, again. Hi, this is Mary from Mary Pink Bujo. This journal is in the right direction, and now let's start with the next step. So I showed you how I created this journal out of an old book. This is a hardcover book, so this part with this rounded spine, and this is a softcover part. This is out of some foam. And this gives you a fold-in signature or a fold-in cover for a third signature. I wanted to do something with my signatures. So these are my signatures. They are too thick for my journal because of all the things I stuffed in. But I will put out some of the stuff off camera. So it never happened. And then I will be right back. Okay, I put out a bit of stuff just because the book was this thick and I want you to have a bit of growing space for your own. So you can remove things, especially the thick things. Here are journaling cards into here and something like this. So you can remove a few things, play around with them, and then use the journal as you want it. So the person who gets this journal can do it with it what she or he wants. But you have a bit of growing space now, so I will do it this way. Okay, so next step. As you can see here, I already created a template, but I want to start with distressing the edges. This time in blue, not in this light brown, as I did with the first journal I did, which is a bit... the fabric is in another direction and it is a bit thinner and taller and narrower, something like this. And you have a bit of growing space over here. But anyway, I showed you the other journal in another video. So now I want to do it a bit another way, to say so. So it's our template. Remove the signatures. Roll up your sleeves and try not to put your journal onto your pullover like this. I did this before, and then on my pullover had all this brown stripes over here. So another pullover, not this one. So I try to avoid this now. This is why I will do the inking process while standing up, so I have a bit more control, to say so. So I don't want this journal to look really old and used, but a bit... oh, maybe a bit more light would be good. Let's just adjust the light of the camera. Okay, I think this is good. So now I want to start to ink up the edges just to give them a bit more extra something. Just go around the edges with your inking tool or your dabber. I think this is called inking tool. So when you search for this on Amazon, I think it's called inking tool. I don't know how to call it in German. Maybe something like a sponge, not a makeup sponge, but you could use a makeup sponge, but something like a sponge on a dabber. But anyway, so this is the soft cover part, and I will just go around all the edges, just like this. So this blue is Mermaid Lagoon. It's really colorful, so really saturated. So I stand away a bit from the table by now to try to avoid to get the ink on my pullover. So I think it's washable, so I usually craft in old pullovers. So this is a usual pullover I wear at work and in my free time as well. Sometimes I craft with old clothes just because I don't want to get some ink or glue on my clothes, but I think you can wash off this this ink or this Distress Oxide, but maybe I can avoid to find out. So I will ink up the edges as well as the folds or the creases, don't know how you call it, something like this, to make them stand out more, because I use the same fabric for the whole journal cover and I want the edges to be a bit more defined. Maybe you can see here I have a really blue hand right now, so this is why I stand a bit away from my journal right now. We will see how this works out when I am sewing in the signatures. I don't know yet, but we will find out. So this is really, really high saturated. I really, really love this ink pad. Okay, this is how it looks right now. Oh, I love it so much. I will put on a bit more ink on the edges. So like I did with the other, with the brown, for the more older and used look, but just a tiny little bit. So I don't push really hard, I just go over it really, really light. I just like the look of it. I think it blends in together better when you do some inking on the edges as well. So not only this edges, but this kind of edges. So just going around lightly in this case, just to define the edges a bit more. Just like so. Let's just double check. Yes, this looks fine. And I want to ink the inside a bit, but I want to not go over with my ink on this creases as I did for the other journal with the brown, because I don't have the feeling that this is necessary. Oh, hopefully you can see, because I have to stand in this a bit crooked way because of the filming process and the trying of not to ink my clothes. But we will go on and it will be ready in a few moments. Just put on a bit more ink on the edges. Okay, turn around carefully and ink up the rest. Just because to give the journal a bit more to look at, a bit more interest. And when it's dried up, it will not stay on your clothes. So usually you don't put your blue hand or your journal cover onto your belly or something like this. I think when it's dried out, it will not get onto your clothes. I never ran into any issues when I inked something up and it was dried later. So let's just get rid of these things. Oops. Okay, I'm back. Baby wipes. Baby wipes, baby wipes. Here they are, underneath a really big pile of journaling cards I created and took out from my journal. So these come in handy. I will not get rid of all the ink, but most of the inks. So maybe I have to try out someday. So I think when it's dried, it will not stick on your clothes so much. It's just because it's fresh now. I'm just thinking I inked up edges before on other journals and on junk journals I created to use for myself. Maybe you have to try out a bit carefully, but I think the dried ink will not get onto your clothes this easy than the wet ink I have right now. Okay, this was a side note for the person who maybe wanna get this journal and wanna use it. You have to be a bit careful. I'm blue, or not already, but even after using my baby wipes. But anyway, we will go on. So for the other journal, just as a comparison, I put on a button and then a closure, which works like this, wrap around elastic band. And I want to do something else for here, so I put out this elastic, which I like really, really much. And I want to bind in my signatures over here, and the fourth signature over here. And then when the signatures are in, I want to put this elastic, this white elastic, under slide it under and then put it around like this. So I will show you later. So if you want to add a closure and you want to, now I show you, and you want to be the knots of the knots part not to be visible so much, I would highly appreciate... Oh, I just saw I forgot to ink this edge. Oh no, this is the blue one. Ah, okay. Okay, now I got distracted. Okay, everything is fine. Whew. So now, then, like I did here, I put on the button and the elastic, sewed it on by hand, and then put down my inner fabric. So this is what I would highly recommend to hide the knots. So, and this is already finished, and when I go around with my blue hand, I don't have brown or blue on my hands, so I think when it's dried, it's totally fine. Hopefully. Okay, where's my template? It's over here. Okay, now I want to add the closure later because I don't want to hide the knot. The knot will just be on the outside. I thought about putting in my signatures and then tying the knot into here if I would use a really thin kind of elastic, but I want to use this white elastic. So, next step. I have this template already ready. This is 6 centimeters, and I put on my marks 2.5 centimeters from the top and from the bottom, and then 1.5 centimeters into from the left and the right, and 1.5 centimeters in these directions. So these are evenly spaced, and this is a bit shorter than this, so that I can see this is my top and this is my bottom. Otherwise you can mark it with the T for top, and then you know, and then you take your signature. I will show you with this one, and then you would put on a paper clip on the first page or on the first half of the signature at the front. So then you would know this is your top, and you're fine. But I know where my top and my bottom is because of my signatures. Because here I have a bit of another structure on the front and the back, and these signatures, they are kind of, so there are some pages like this which are directional. So for me it's fine. I know what to do. So I will put in my template over here. It's a bit wider, so my spine is 6 centimeters, but with this folding over. Including this folding over, I need some sewing clips. So I try to get the middle. I just feel where the folds are. I think this is fine. Then I will put on my template like this. Okay, let's see. Oops. So, just double check by folding this in. I think this is okay. It feels good. Maybe a bit more to this side. You can eyeball as well, or you can create your marks right onto the cover, something like this. I wanted to use a template this time. Sometimes I use templates, sometimes I eyeball. I do different things. So now I wanna put, not get it onto my pullover. I wanna punch holes right through the template and the cover. Makes them a tiny bit bigger. So let's repeat this step for all the holes. Hopefully you can see. So I'm just punching right through the cover like this. Okay, repeat this step. And then I will reuse the template for my signatures as well. So this looks fine. Let's just double check that we are staying in the right place. Yes, we are. Oh, I have a bit blue over here. Maybe I can get rid of this my craft mat. Yes. Ouch! So be a bit careful. Nothing happened. There's someone coming. Oh no. Nobody's coming. stay tuned, I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. My craft room is in the cellar. Oh no, I have a bit blue on my pullover. It just happened. Oh. Okay, let's try if we can get this off. So I don't wanna wear this pullover tomorrow, but okay. I have my craft room in the cellar, and we have other rooms in the cellar as well. So my wife had to get some batteries. This is the sound I heard. So we will find out later if this blue will be good, will stay in place when it's dried, because I want to tell it to you. So if you want to create your own journal, don't know why this is so sticky. Really don't know. Because I used my fairy tape glue and it already dried, because I did this, I think 1 or 2 days ago. But sometimes you run into some issues. And I want to tell you, because maybe you have Distress Oxides by yourself and use them on fabrics, and maybe you're interested in the, I don't know the word. Maybe you're interested if this color will stay in place, or if it will color you all in color when you use it on something like this fabric covers. So I did not run into any issues before, or I don't remember. Maybe I have to go and wash my hands. Okay, we'll do this later anyway. Oh, I'm so stained with color. But anyway, so for example, I have this card where I did some blue inking on the edges. Okay, it's paper, it's not fabric, but it is not coming off in any way. So this is distracting me a bit, but I have to go with it. I will just go on. So now we punch some holes. Let's see. Don't sew in your signature. Don't sew in your signature. Don't sew in your template. Okay, let's see. We are in frame. Perfect. I want to use this template for this part too. I just need 1 line of holes over here. So what I want to do is fold this over. It's really easy. I want to fold it over in the middle in this case. Okay. Put it into here. So let's see, here's our top. Put it right into my crease. Okay, I have to turn this around because I'm right-handed. This is easier for me. Turn it into, put it into the crease, and then make sure it's aligned. Okay, and then I will just poke some holes right into here. Make sure this is in the place you wanted it to. After poking the second hole, I like to get in the middle hole again, just to make sure my template or my signature or both of it is in the right place. It is. And then third hole. Okay, that's it. Holes are punched. Now I want to do the same with my signature. So usually I put on my signatures like this, and then I put on some marks where I want to punch the holes. And then I go to the middle piece, fold the whole signature over, and then put in the holes. And as you can see, I have some holes over here. First of all, because this was part of a book, and second, I already had the signatures in a cover like this one, but it was really, really flimsy. I did not like it so well or so much, so this is why I removed it. And I will do something else with the cover, or with the materials of the cover. And this is why I wanted to create another journal. So let's get rid of this. And some of the papers are a bit thin, so I want to stabilize them using some washi tape. I just have to search for my white washi. So here it is. This is white and really, really sticky washi. I love to use it. So let's just see which pages need a bit of more strength. So like this page, this is a bit fragile. You can use fabric as well, or even paper. I just like this washi so much. So I will put this in. Inside, outside. I will put it into the inside. I like to let it hang over a bit. So something like this. Turn it over. And just put it on the edges of the other side. So this will be enough. There is no need to put on another piece of white washi on this side. You can do it, of course. You can do whatever you want. It's a junk journal. You can do whatever you want. But I don't feel the need of it. I will just crease this paper again. The other creases are fine. It's just because there were a few holes into here. So then let's create our signature, stagger our signature. So this paper is fine. This is a tea-dyed paper. These papers are fine, I think. Let's see, this is a bit thin again. Yes, I want to put something onto here, even if I'm covering up a bit of this image. Let's just see in which direction. This direction. Just to protect the paper. I will put it onto the outside in this case. Why not? This is from a really old book or magazine. So this is why it's a bit thin and fragile. Whoops. And again fold it over. Okay. And this gives your paper not only a bit more of strength, but a bit more of interest as well. Don't know if you could hear this, but my wife was in the other cellar room again. Don't know what she's doing. But anyway, so let's just see. I think this is okay. This is a bit of a thicker paper from a map. And this is a really thin signature, because I did not put really many things into here. But the next signature is really thick because of the things I put in, not the papers by themselves. But I will let it be as it is. And maybe I will put some cards from the other signature into here, something like this, we will see. So now you have to search, or you want to search for your middle piece. Get your ruler and just tuck so that your signatures stay in place really well. Some of these are sticking out. I like this look, this bit of staggered look, to say so. Or staggered is in this direction, I think. Maybe something like a waterfall effect. Not really waterfall, but a bit sticking out. I like it. Only this green one, I want to have it a bit more to the top. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, this looks fine to me. So now, what I want to do now, put this on the inside. So I have to overthink it because I don't do this so often. Okay, then find out where we want to place it, because the signature is really, not nearly, but really the same height as the journal. So I don't want to have it sticking out. So, I have something else. Stay tuned. Wait a moment. So I have this piece of a package, which is something like a really thick foam. I just thought it would be cool to use this So put the signature away, let it dry. So then I want to try out this. So let's see, we don't have to stagger. We don't have to tuck really much because it's okay the way it is. Hopefully this will work out. So all the signatures are in place, okay. And now I want to go through the holes. Oh, let's see, yes, this is the top. Through the holes and through the signatures all the way. And because of this thick foam, it's a bit easier. Oh yes, I can see this really good. I'm going to just go in a second time. Okay, this looks good. So, okay, this video already took 26 minutes. I think I want to sew in the first signature with you, and then I want to do the same for the other signatures, and I will show you just because maybe you're interested in, but I will do another video for this. So now we have to find out which thread color we want to use. I have some waxed cords over here. I thought maybe some blue would be fine. It would go really well with this blue. Maybe I have another blue. No, this is the same. I have really dark blue. It really doesn't matter. You just use what you want. I think I used this before, but I don't want to use it by now. Green, no. Some beige, no. No, the first idea is the best. So I will use this thread. So you need, or we need, or I need 3 times the height of the journal. 1, 2, 3. This will give us way enough thread to sew in the signature. My desk is so messy. I have to search for my needle. Let's see, is this a blunt one? Yes, I like to use blunt needles. So then I will sit down again. So then thread your needle. Thread your needle like this. Oh, okay. This is another needle than usual. Usually by me used needle. The usual needle I use. Where's my signature gone? Where did I put it? Oh. Okay, here it is. And now I moved the pages. Yay! What a messy video today. But anyway, we will go on as if nothing happened. So let's just see. I see the holes really good. I think I did not move the signatures too much. I like to use a blunt needle because I don't want to create new holes. I want to use the holes I already created so that I know my signatures will be in the right direction and in the right space and nothing like this, to say so. So I just go there hole by hole. You can go there in one go as well. I just have to search for the right holes because I already have some holes in the signature in these papers. So this looks fine. Then I go out and let's remove this. I go out of the cover. This was my glue stick. I'm not so happy with this blue all over here in this moment. But it gives me the chance to find out if this will happen when the journal is dried, so the ink is dried. But I don't think so. I don't think that the ink will be everywhere. Okay, so leave a little tail like this. Hold it in place with your fingers. Then you go into another hole. The top or the bottom hole doesn't matter. Just make sure to stay in the line. And we will go in again into the signature, so into all of the pages. So let's just see. Yes, caught all of my signatures, all of my pages, or pages. Move around and repeat for the last hole. Which is the last hole? Something like over here. This should be the last hole, I think. Yes. Yes. Okay. Sorry for the turning over and over again. It's just a bit easier for me to work then. So then pull it tight but not ripping. And again back to the first hole you used. You can start not only in the middle but the hole of the fabric, where is it? Here. Not only in the middle but at the bottom or the top as well. I saw this at some crafters, but I don't do this, or I did not do this for a long time, just because you have your personal preferences. It does not look bad if you do it another way. It just depends on what you like more, I would say. So this is why I call it personal preference. So now pull out your needle, pull out your thread, pull out your needle, put away your needle so that you are able to find it again. Then pull your threads tight but not ripping. It's important that your threads, so this is why I use a blunt needle as well, and this is upside down. So this is the right direction. You don't want to poke through your thread. You want to have two strings which are separated. Then you have this bridge, and you pull one wing below the bridge, one wing on every side. Then you pull tight but not ripping. Pull. Double check on the outside. This looks good. It's really straight. Whoop whoop. I did it straight. So then you pull tight but not ripping, and then you create how's it called, a square knot. So left over right, right over left. It depends on the kind of your thread. This thread will hold in place perfectly. Maybe you want to create a third knot. This would be fine as well. So this is our first signature worked in. It's a bit late, sorry. Sort into your journal cover. And I will repeat the step for the other signatures as well. You can go over with your bone folder just to make the signature stay in place a bit better. Not necessary, only an idea. Okay, let's see. So this is what we did for this video, and I will go on in the next video. So see you again in the next video. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Stay tuned, and we will finish this journal together. Bye!